Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Bless Lily here and welcome to another pick a card reading. In this one we're going to be talking about decisions and choices because ultimately that's what makes up our life. And we're going to be finding out which important decision that you guys are about to make will change your life forever. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. Option number 1, you guys get the amethyst crystal. Option number 2, pink quartz wants to be your crystal today. And option number 3, you guys get the gold stone. So see which crystal you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, if you guys were drawn to the amethyst, hi and welcome to your reading, darlings. So let's go ahead and take a look at what decision is about to change your life forever. But before we do that, I want to take a look at your current energies, at what's going on with you, why you are kind of facing this decision. See what the cards have to say about that. Okay guys, so literally for quite a few of you, you've been doing a lot of internal work. When the Ten of Wands comes through in reverse, this is very much about letting go of things that aren't yours. Carrying burdens, carrying, somebody else's, like living with somebody else's expectations. And it's a beautiful energy in a sense that you kind of been going down the wrong path. And now you see it. And now you realize it. So it could be that subconsciously here, a lot of you guys, you've been trying to do something out of guilt, out of sense of obligation maybe. And now you're like, okay, well, I see that it's not working. And not only wasn't it making you happy, it wasn't making the people that you were doing it for happy either. I'm also seeing that a lot of you guys are somebody who's used to doing things by yourself. You find it very hard to delegate, you find it very hard to ask for help. And it could, for some of you, it could be because of your ego. For others of you, it could be because you don't want to impose. And for some of you, it's the energy of, when you ask for help, then something within you kind of tells you that, okay, well, it doesn't count. That achievement doesn't count because you haven't done it by yourself or like completely by yourself. It could be that a lot of you over here, you learned to live by, like being self-sufficient. You learned not to rely on people. And you really don't like changing that. But if you look deep down, it wasn't making you happy. It really wasn't making you happy. So it could be that a lot of you guys are workaholics. It could be that a lot of you, one aspect of your life is really good, right? It could be your career that's really good. You might be really wealthy and you might be doing really well. And then your love life is literally non-existent. It could be vice versa. It could be vice versa, that you find yourself in a lot of relationships or, you have really good communication with other people, and yet you don't find yourself being fulfilled by something that you do. Let me take a look at the shadow deck over here so we can go a little bit further, a little bit deeper. You don't see your worth, or you only see your worth in money. For a lot of you, you don't see your worth unless you're bringing in the money, or unless you're wealthy, unless you have something to offer, or you feel like it's this, it's kind of this energy where your parents paid for your degree. And halfway through your degree, you realize that this is something that you didn't want to do. And you're like, oh my God, but now, like, how do I tell them? For a few of you, my darlings, this is the energy of you being in a relationship with somebody, you being a wife, quite possibly, husband or wife, but let's be honest, I'm seeing a lot of wives, where you're like, this isn't what I want. Like for a lot of you, I'm just seeing that there's a realization that you've taken on way too much. Yeah? Way too much. You can't handle it. But now it's the energy where you are afraid of letting yourself see that you can't handle it, letting other people see that you can't handle it. It's like you made up your mind to stick with it. Even if it's difficult. And it's like, sometimes we're just like, okay, well, it's just been a bad day and tomorrow's going to be a better day. But it's just like for a lot of you, it's been a bad year. For some of you, it's a bad decade with the 10 of Wands. You think that your strength is in persevering while doing something that you don't like. There's a very big misconception going on over here. You think that if you persevere, you think if you keep pushing, you're gonna end up liking it. But no, that's not the case. That is not the case whatsoever. Let me see what's going to happen to you if you're gonna carry on like this. If you carry on this path, let's see what's going to happen to you. Well, they're basically saying you can really say goodbye to your dreams of happiness, of fulfillment, of family. You're not going to heal. You might be somebody who's trying to... if you grew up in a poor family and you were like, okay, I'm going to be the savior. I'm going to be the savior. And I'm going to be wealthy. And I'm going to help everybody. But it looks like your path, it's not your path, or it needs more than just that. You keep trying to heal some ancestral patterns over here without realizing you don't have to be the savior of other people, but you have to be the savior of you. Because what you really do want over here, option number one, for a lot of you, it's a family. It's a feeling of belonging. It's a feeling of a relationship, a healthy relationship, a relationship where your value can be seen. It doesn't have to be earned. It doesn't have to be bought. It doesn't have to be sold. It's just there. So it's saying if you carry on, you will dedicate a lot of your own resources to healing somebody who maybe doesn't even want to be healed. Like you've taken on the burden of somebody else. Like instead of living your life and like finding your path, you've taken on you've taken on somebody else's wound. You're trying to live out somebody else's dreams by sacrificing your own. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the decision that you guys are going to make, the choice you're going to make. It's going to change your life forever. For some of you, it's the choice to carry on like this. Might be, might not be. Let's take a look. Some of you got mad, eh? Some of you got mad. You guys get mad at the situation. Because maybe it's a truth that you didn't want to hear, that you didn't want to acknowledge. And you get mad over here. And you get mad and you take a decision to go for a timeout. Like you choose to drop all of that because you no longer can carry it. And you get mad at the world, and you get mad at the situation, and you get mad at yourself. You get mad at just everything. Because you're finally going to be able to see that this wasn't the best way of going about things. And with the Knight of Swords, this is that impulse, and it's like you get mad. You get angry. But this is such a beautiful thing because you're no longer repressing those things. And it could be that there is a decision over here, guys, that for some of you, you're going to end up maybe going somewhere for a couple of days just to chill out, yeah? Just to be like, okay, you know what? The world, piss off. No time for you now. I want to lay here. I want to think about things. I want to meditate. I want to reevaluate a lot of things. The Four of Wands, this is where you withdraw. For some of you, I'm even seeing that you might get a bit of a flu or a bit of a cold, where the universe kind of forces you to lay down and just chill. Chill out already. And this is where you're going to start thinking. And this is where you really are going to have time to evaluate what's been going on. And a lot of you are looking back. A lot of you might be looking over your family history. Learning about your family history. And what's the decision that you're going to make? Yeah, you see, you're kind of withdrawing. You're going into the hermit mode. So for some of you, you literally, I don't know if you guys have been planning to go like on a retreat of some sort. Because you're going deep within yourself. And it's out of place of not criticizing yourself, not blaming yourself, not listening to anybody, but it's just you and your internal light, you and your internal guidance. And here you make a decision to be honest with yourself, and it's one of the most important decisions you're ever going to make. To be honest with yourself. And to look for answers within yourself rather than outwards. You got to become the hermit to yourself first before you can start guiding other people. Because a lot of misguided people out there are leading people astray. And then it's very, very hard for them to come back to their paths, to what they want. But you make a decision to fill yourself with love, with knowledge, with all sorts of beautiful things. Okay. And you admit to the to the mistakes you made. Some of you guys, the decision that you're going to make is to leave somebody. To leave somebody. There's a separation from parents that's coming through for some of you, separation from your partner that's coming through. The decision that's going to change your life forever, guys, is for you to start being honest with yourself and for you to see that you are an individual. That you are an individual. And you shouldn't have to follow somebody else's path just because it's there in front of you. Because you can try and fool your mind, but your heart can never be fooled. Your soul can never be fooled. And you finally make a decision to stop trying to fool yourself. And that, my darlings, starts creating some beautiful changes in your life. Alright, this is where I'm going to end your reading, my darlings. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Also, let me know. Apparently, guys, now you can do super thanks. Let me know if it's an option that you see. If you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. Alright, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 2. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to the pink quartz, get comfy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what choice is about to change your life forever. But before that, I want to take a look at why you are faced with this choice now. Why you're faced with this decision. What's going on with your energies. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to grow up. It's time to mature. It's time to break the ceiling. This is what they're telling me. And it's time to be bigger than what you've ever imagined that you could be. But it's kind of holding you back. There's the fear of the unknown that's coming through over here. For some of you guys, there's an indication of wanting to maybe move to another location completely, making it big. So I'm seeing for quite a few of you, you're on the verge of taking it a step further than anybody in your surroundings has ever taken it. So if you grew up in a family where nobody went to university, this is what they're talking about. If you grew up in a family where nobody earned over a certain amount of money, you're about to start earning it. But you are afraid. And I want to take a look at what it is that you're actually afraid of. Show me. Okay, so a lot of you are afraid of dropping the ball, literally, when we're talking about the Two of Pentacles coming through in reverse. This is when we thought we could juggle things, when we thought we could do things, when we let our confidence get the best of us, but we don't actually deliver. And this is what you're afraid of. So it could quite possibly be that before, you were somebody who made wrong decisions. And I mean, that's all of us, guys. We all made wrong decisions. But with you, it kind of stuck because maybe you lost a lot of money or you lost like assets. And here you are afraid that you're not going to be able to handle it. Show me more. Why you're afraid that you're not going to be able to handle it? Or it could be that, you're kind of thinking about maybe investing into something or someone. And you're wondering whether it's going to pay off or whether you guys are going to go broke. So it's kind of like, feels like, there's a big risk that's coming through. So you have to take the risk. But you really, well, not that you have to, but you feel like you have to take the risk and you're wondering, is it worth it? Yeah, you guys are really worried about money over here. And for some of you, I'm seeing you're literally considering going into a relationship with somebody. Maybe a long-term relationship, a long-distance relationship rather. And you're like, okay, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? Because it involves you changing a lot of things in your life. It could be having to change a job. Yeah. Some of you might be invited to maybe teach abroad. I don't know, teach English abroad in South Korea or something along those lines. And with the Queen of Coins, maybe you're very comfortable where you are, but it's kind of like you're being pushed to get out of your comfort zone. For some of you, it has to do with money. For others of you, it could be something to do with a relationship. I'll take a look in a second. But this is a general reading, guys, yeah? Keep that in mind. But whatever it is overcoming. Overcoming the fear of success, the fear of of the unknown. You guys are afraid of your own wishes coming true. Sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? But I'll explain. I'll explain this a little bit better. This happens when we become bigger than our surroundings, when we become more successful than our friends, more successful than our relatives. And we become a little bit afraid of, what if we mess up? What if we put ourselves out there? And what if it doesn't work out? So you kind of like, I see what I want, I see my desires, but I'm afraid to go for them. What would happen if you don't make a decision that you need to make? They're saying you're just postponing the inevitable. You're postponing the inevitable. With you, option number 2, it's very much about movement. Very much about movement, experiencing different cultures, experiencing different things. They're saying you're just postponing what's inevitable. So for a lot of you, option number 2, it is fated for you to move somewhere. It is fated for you to be bigger. It is fated for you to be successful. To have a good life. For some of you over here, you're meant to be in an interracial relationship, or maybe an international relationship, if you will. Yeah, could be the same race but different cultures. For some of you, it is. It's even like blended families and things like this. You're postponing the inevitable. Because they're saying that there's something within you that's going to keep pushing you forwards and forwards and forwards and forwards and forwards. Okay, so let's take a look at the choice then that you're going to make. It's going to change your life forever now. Choice, the decision that you're going to be taking things into your own hands. Taking things into your own hands, guys. The Magician is all about the willpower, okay? The Magician is where we know that we can handle things. We know that when push comes to shove, we deliver, okay? And you have been questioning yourself a lot. Because maybe because of past failures, maybe because people have been trying to influence you and tell you that something that you know is going to work isn't going to work. But the Magician doesn't give a flying crap, about what anybody says. The Magician is the Magician. The Magician can work with all of the elements. The Magician can act as a conduit. The Magician knows. The Magician, and even if the Magician doesn't know, the Magician learns. The Magician finds a way. And the decision that you guys are going to make, that is going to change your life forever, is to be okay with the fact that you don't know what's going to be coming around the corner. But to know that you have everything within you and around you available to you to deal with those unexpected events, to deal with them. You're also making an important decision that you're going to be co-creating with the universe, rather than waiting for the universe to give you something, to deliver something. The universe is not our waiter. The universe is not going to deliver things on the platter. No, we got to go and do things. But the universe is very, very accommodating to people, to energies who co-create with it. And I think this is what you guys are going to be doing. You're choosing to put yourself first, not in an egoistical way, but in a healthy way. So for some of you, there's a decision to move forwards with something, with the project or with a relationship. To move forwards. To start believing in your own brand of magic. Yeah? Regardless of what anybody says. A lot of you guys are getting out of addictions. It could be an addiction. Let me see what addiction it is actually. For some of you, it's a codependent relationship. For others of you, it's fear of commitment. Let me see which fear. Yeah, but for a lot of you, it's a fear of poverty. Fear of losing it all. Fear of climbing too high. You know, like they say, the higher you climb, the longer the fall is. Something along those lines. But it's the lack mentality. It's the poverty thinking. Even if it didn't work out before, you know now. You think the magician just wakes up the magician? No, you gotta become the magician. And it's through trials, and it's through failures. And this is what the Chariot is all about. It's about perseverance. It's about going forwards, regardless. And however you choose to work through all of those things, it works. And for some of you guys, there's a very big decision when it comes to how you make your decisions. With your mind or with your heart. And with the Death coming through over here, it's a transformation. That you're using both. You're reconnecting your mind to your heart. In perfect alignment of mind, body, and soul. And that, my darlings, is the choice that you're going to make. It's going to change your life forever. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. I was saying to option number 1 that apparently now there's a super thanks that you can guys do. So if you're feeling that this reading has helped you, feel free to try it out. I'm gonna see how it looks like, and let me know if you have this option. Yeah, like to give super thanks. I think it's in the comments. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming content. If you guys feel you would benefit from personal read with myself, send me an email. The email is in the description box below. It says the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the gold stone over here, get comfy, because we're about to find out what choice is about to change your life forever. But first, I want to take a look at your current energies and why you are facing this choice. You are facing this decision. Okay, because it's time for you, my darlings, to reconnect with your soul tribe. It is time for you to start having some fun in this life, because oh my gosh, look at the Temperance in reverse. You guys are feeling depleted. I don't know if all you've been doing lately is work. All you've been doing lately is maybe work on yourself and trying to prove yourself and trying to push forwards to something, owning your skills, doing all of the things that you forgot to have fun. Okay, you know what? You forgot to have fun, my darlings. The universe is saying, listen, you are better together with somebody, right? You're going to feel better. You're going to feel like you're supported. You're going to feel that you're loved. It's time to have some fun. It's time to celebrate life. It's time to give in to the sweetness of life, to see the different aspect that it has to offer. Where's my shadow deck? I want to see why you're in this energy of temperance in reverse. What's draining your energy? Show me. You keep waiting for something or for somebody. Look at this. There's an energy of constantly waiting, of being afraid to get out of your comfort zone and longing for love, longing for companionship, longing for intimacy. They're giving me an energy of coldness, like being cold inside. You need a lot of warmth, guys. You need warmth. Warmth from friends, warmth from a human, like a physical touch, warmth from a kind word. I almost want to reach out and give you a big hug, because here you're drained, you're depleted. You've been focusing on a lot of other things. Some of you might be going through a divorce over here or through a breakup, and the energy is lingering with this breakup. And your heart is in pieces, but you're not even admitting it to yourself. You're not letting the healing take place. And they're saying for the healing to take place, you need to get back out there. So for some of you, again, it's either a separation, a legal separation over here. You might be dealing with separation of assets. You might be dealing with money, and you just forgot how to have fun. And you're afraid of love. You're wanting it, and you're wanting it so badly. Not just sex, not just like shallow talking, shallow messaging. No, I'm talking about the real stuff. I'm talking about the deep stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that touches you in the places you didn't know you had. And you're waiting for the tides to shift. You might be waiting for somebody to, magically appear in your life. But you're watching this reading for a reason, and this reading is about to tell you that this is where you got to take things into your own hands. You got to be your own magician, guys. And you got to put yourself out there, because there is your soul tribe. If you've been in the energy and thinking that, there isn't anybody out there for me, and I've tried it over and over again, and it just doesn't work out for me. So I'm just going to chill here, and I'm going to, try and manifest this person, try and wait, for this person to appear in my life. No. You guys have got to put yourselves out there. Plus, it's going to do wonders to your energy levels, by the way. It's going to do wonders to your energy levels. Show me more. Why is it important? I feel like you guys are not convinced. I feel like option number 3, a lot of you are very stubborn. Eight of Blades. Okay, I see the fear. The Eight of Blades is our self-imposed fears, yeah? This is where we've tied our own hands, we've tied our own eyes, we've put this mental prison. We put ourselves in a mental prison, and we can't see what's out there. So the fear keeps becoming more and more. It becomes bigger and scarier, and it feels like we can't move an inch. But the truth is, they're saying that through the energy of this magician, you find your own power, and you find a lot of people who, like you, are very scared of intimacy, are very scared of being hurt again. And I know sometimes when we go into the Eight of Swords energy, we feel like we are the only person that this is happening to. We feel like we're the only person who's afraid of, messing up, who's afraid of being hurt again, who's afraid of looking like a fool. We all are. And this is where compassion and empathy comes through. Because when we're all afraid of acting like a fool, if we all act like fools, then we can stop being afraid and we can be ourselves and we can spend our energy and time doing something else, like having fun, being foolish, being goofy, having a good time, whatever your definition of a good time is. So let me see what's going to happen if you guys decide not to make that choice, decide not to make that decision. If you want to just keep things as they are. Because you always have a choice. You're going to go into money. You're going to go too much into money. In the sense that you're just going to turn into a workaholic. You're going to there's this energy of you might end up doing things like charity. You might already be doing charity in order to get this energy of fulfillment, but it's still not going to be enough. You're still going to be living in the illusions, and you're still going to be asking yourself a lot of times, what if I went there? What if I did that? What if I would have said no? What if I said yes? There's going to be a lot of what ifs. And you're going to spend a lot of time dealing with this fear of missing out. And they ask, like, there's videos where they ask old people, like, what are their biggest regrets? And you don't want to be one of those people. You want to be like, you know what, I have no freaking regrets. Because I did it, and I tried it, and I went, and I failed, and I succeeded, and I did this, and I did that, and I lived my life. And they're like, you don't want to be one of those people. Or have like little regrets. So let's take a look at the choice that you guys are going to make that's going to change your life forever. Yeah. Open up to love. Open up to romance. Open up to the possibility of being rejected. Open up to the possibility of being not rejected. I know that's scary for some of you. Oh my God, what if things go well? What if things go well and I fall in love and everything works out? What if? I want to show you guys that the Knight of Cups makes his appearance twice over here. Twice. That's how much you're bringing in the love. You're choosing to act with love. You're choosing to act with kindness. You're choosing to put yourself back out there. And it's not just about romance, although for a lot of you it is, but it's very much about creating new connections, regardless of how you look, how old you are, where you're from, yeah? Making those new beautiful connections. And it's gonna do wonders for your health, for your healing. And I know I don't like talking about health in readings, because I'm not a doctor. But here, they're just telling me that this is something for you to consider, because when we are happy, when we feel supported, we heal so much faster. And our beautiful body does its own thing of self-restoration. And it's going to make you smile more. So choose to dedicate time and resources and take necessary steps in order for you guys to start being okay with feeling loved and with giving love and with experiencing love. If you keep going for a-holes, see what's up, work on your blocks, see why you keep attracting the same sort of person. See why you're being drawn to the same sort of person. See what issues are see what issues you're trying to solve by reenacting the same story over and over again with somebody. Because love wants to come through over here. And if you let it, if you make that decision, it will. All right, lovely. Option number 3. This is where I'm going to end your reading. Claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. I was saying to guys from the other two options that apparently now you guys can do super thanks. Let me know if you have this option, and if you do, I would be grateful. It's an additional support to me, to my channel, to the content I'm creating. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. You know the drill. And if you guys are up for a personal reading, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my personal page, to my Patreon page, which is like my personal page, with exclusive content, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. My darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.